Right, so we're going to start in child's pose. So if you need padding, you can have a blanket on the side and place it right under your knees. So whenever you're ready, come to all fours, so a tabletop. And then you can bring your big toes to touch and your knees a little bit separated or wider than hip distance. And then when you're ready, take your hips back by your heels, rest your forehead on the mat and reach your arms forward. And just take this moment to start to notice your breath. Notice the inhales and exhales. Notice all of the different qualities of your breathing. Just notice how your back expands as you inhale. And how the front contracts as you exhale. You can sway your head from one side to the other if that feels good. You can also switch the direction of the arms so they can also reach back by your sides. Just find what feels good for you here. And you can also observe any sensations in your physical body. You can also bend the elbows so they sort of point out towards the sides. This is usually my favorite arm position. And just a few more breaths here. Once you're ready, no rush. You can even stay here longer if you wish. You can come up to all fours, tabletop. So I'm going to start to flow through cat-cows. So when you're ready, tuck your toes under. Spread the fingers wide and spread the palms into the floor. Press the palms into the floor. Now as you inhale, lift your chest up for cow. So drop the belly, shoulders squeeze behind you. And as you exhale, reverse to point your toes, push the ground away. Again, like that, breathe in, lift your chest. And breathe out, push the ground. Inhale, breathe in, cow pose, a little back bend here. And then exhale, cat pose. So sort of a forward fold. A few more rounds here on your own, so breathe in. And make it your own, so if there's anything you want to add, breathe in. And breathe out, exhale. Last few rounds, inhale. And exhale. Now come back to neutral spine and now move your hands in front of the shoulders. Plug the palms into the floor. So press the palms into the ground. Spread the fingers. Tuck your toes under. And then start to lift your knees. Lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Make this downward dog a little bit lazy, meaning keeping the heels very high and the knees bent. Relax your head and neck. So try to just notice where you're holding tension. One more breath. And now start to walk your hands back to meet your feet. Once you're here, bend the knees deeply. Let your upper body dangle over your legs. So bend the knees enough so that you can rest your belly on your thighs. And whatever you want to do with the arms, you can let them dangle. You can also grab opposite elbows. Just let everything be heavy. Upper back heavy, neck heavy, head heavy. Then switch the crossing of your elbows. Now let the arms dangle and slowly, keeping everything heavy, start to make your way up to stand. So your head will be the last thing to come up. Okay. And come to the top of the mat whenever you come up. No rush, this is your practice. Okay. So find a neutral position where your feet are parallel. Your arms are down by your sides, and then soften your shoulders to draw the shoulders up and then back. Draw the ribs in. So just notice if you're overextending the front body. So draw the ribs in, keep the legs active. Now when I start to move on the breath here, so some salutations. So as you inhale, lift the arms all the way up and over. And as you exhale, soften the knees and dive forward over your legs. Keep the knees soft. As you breathe in, hands to shins or thighs. As you breathe out, bend your knees deeply. Plant your hands right by your feet. Step back with your left foot. Lower the back knee. Again, you can always use padding if you need it. And when you're ready, reach your arms forward and up into a low crescent lunge. You can point the back toes. Keep the ribs in. Maybe you can shift the hips forward. We'll take one more breath here. Breathe in. Now exhale, lower your hands back down. Right knee to meet the left knee, so back to all fours. Shift the torso forward. As you exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Point your toes behind you, hands right under your shoulders. Shoulders up and by the ears and back, and then lift your chest. Breathe in. Now exhale, lower. As you breathe in, tuck the toes, press back into child's pose, just one breath. And then downward facing dog on the exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now bend your knees deeply. Look forward between your hands. Step your left foot forward. If it doesn't get there one shot, just take the time to get it there. Lower the back knee. Take your arms forward and up. Breathe here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Again, inhale. Now as you exhale, lower your hands down. This time, lift the back toes, lift the back knee, back foot comes forward to meet your left. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. All the way up and over, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands together to your heart. Other side, breathe in, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. As you breathe in, hands to either shins or thighs. Draw the shoulders back. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, right foot back to your lunge. Lower the back knee, and then take your arms up into the low crescent lunge. So yes, you're still on the left side. Now exhale, lower your hands down to the floor. Left knee to meet the right knee. Shift forward, lower all the way down to the ground. Point the toes behind you, activate the legs. Inhale, lift your chest, little cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, press back, child's pose on the inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. Breathe here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bend the knees deeply. This time, look forward between the hands. Step your right foot between the hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, stay. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your hands down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Back foot comes forward to meet the right. Halfway lift, inhale. Now fold as you exhale. All the way up and over, breathe in. Hands together to your heart. I'm going to do that once more. Now working on the breath. So one breath, one movement. Still feel free to cut your own pace. So breathe in, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Bend your knees, plant your hands, left foot back. Exhale. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hands back down. This time maybe hands and knees or plank pose. Breathe in. All the way down to the floor. Breathe out. Point your toes. Inhale. Cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Child's pose. Breathe in. Downward dog. Breathe out. Breathe here. Bend the knees deeply, look forward. Left foot comes forward. Lower the back knee. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Back foot comes forward to meet the left. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. All the way up and over, inhale. Hands together at your heart. Exhale. Last side. Breathe in. Fold. Breathe out. Halfway up. Bend your knees. This time, right foot back. Lower the back knee. Inhale. Take the arms up. Exhale. Hands down to the ground. Maybe plank pose, maybe hands and knees. Your choice. Breathe in. All the way down. Breathe out. Point your toes. Inhale. Lift your chest. Exhale. Lower. Hands and knees. Child's pose. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bend the knees deeply, look forward. Step your right foot forward. Lower the back knee. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, lower your hands down. Back foot coming forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up and over. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Pause here and feel the breath. Take your arms by your sides and notice the connection of your feet and the ground. Now take one more breath. Now inhale, take your arms all the way up and over. As you exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, downward facing dog. So step right back. Breathe here. And bend your knees deeply, look forward between your hands. So you're going to step your right foot forward. You're going to step closer to the right hand. So move the right foot about an inch to the right. So closer to the right hand, spin the back heel at an angle, draw the belly in, and then warrior one. When you're ready, reach your arms forward and up. Bend in through your front knee. Take one more breath. Now, reach your arms forward, down, and then back. Interlace your fingers behind the back. Lift your chest here. Breathe in. As you exhale, fold, humble warrior. Keep the back leg super active. So crown of the head reaching towards the ground. As you keep drawing the belly in. Two more breaths. Now, as you breathe in, you're going to come right back up. Lift the torso, unwind the fingers, reach the arms up, inhale. Lower the hands down, exhale. Lift the back heel, downward facing dog, press back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. From here, come forward into a plank pose, upward push-up. Lower your left knee to the ground. Turn your left shin out slightly. Spin the back heel. Come into a side plank here. So press the left fingers into the ground. Reach the right arm up. Draw the ribs in, so lengthening the lower back. Press into the back foot just like you would in Warrior 2. Press the back foot into the floor. Now reach the top arm up and by the ear. Long side stretch. Maybe look up underneath your right arm. Right upper arm. Lower the right hand, back to hands and knees, downward facing dog, press back, breathe in, and breathe out. Now bend your knees deeply, look forward, step your left foot forward. Bring it closer to the left hand, so closer to the left side of the mat. Spin the back heel at about 45-degree angle. Draw the belly in. When you're ready, come up, warrior one. Draw the belly in. So just notice if you're overdoing it here, draw the ribs in. Now from here, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your arms forward and back. Interlace your fingers, flip the grip, inhale. Exhale, begin to fold to your left inner thigh for humble warrior. Breathe. Two more breaths. Now from here, same way you came down, coming right back up, lift up, reach up. Exhale, lower your hands down, lift the back heel, downward facing dog. Now come forward into your plank pose. Lower the right knee to the floor, lower the right shin, and then turn the right shin out slightly. Yeah? Bring the back foot down like a warrior 2 foot. Now take your left arm up into that side plank variation, side plank pose. Draw the ribs in, press into your right hand. Reach up through your left fingers. Now reach that top arm up and by the ears. 2 more breaths. Maybe look up underneath your left upper arm. And then lower your left hand down. Coming into hands and knees, and now come back to child's pose. Take a breather here. Whatever you want to do with the arms, they can go forward, they can go back, or you can bend the elbows, let the shoulders just rest. Now take your hands right underneath your shoulders. Press your torso up. Just take a quick moment here to observe the breath. And now from here, swing your legs around and in front of you. Move forward onto your mat. Plant your feet in front of you and then come to lie down on your back. So rolling back nice and slow. Once you're here, bring the soles of the feet on the ground and then step the feet wide. Let the knees come together. Have your arms down by your sides. Let the upper back, let the back be heavy on the ground. Now bring your feet parallel, so align the ankles right under your knees. Take your arms down by your sides. We're going to set up for bridge pose. So arms down by your sides with your palms facing down. Imagine you had a block in between your thighs, yeah? You don't let the knees roll out to the sides, yeah? When you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. Lift your hips up. Press the upper arms into the floor. Take 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, start to roll down through your spine. I'm going to take a twist here. So lift your hips off the ground, turn your hips over to the left, and then bring your knees to the right. So stack your knees to the right, take your right hand on top of your left thigh, and then reach your left arm to the left. Breathe here. Come back to center. We're going to do that on the other side. So turn your hips to the right first, and then turn your knees to the left. Left hand on top of the right thigh. Reach the right arm to the right. You might look over your right shoulder, or you might look up at the ceiling or the sky. Now come back to your center. Feet on the ground. I'm going to come into figure 4 here. Let's take your right ankle, cross it over your left thigh. Find that figure 4 shape. This is one option right here. Or you can thread the needle, so interlace your fingers right behind your left thigh and pick the left foot off the ground. So opening the hips here, getting us ready for a seated meditation. Another option, you can bring your hands on top of the shin, a little deeper stretch. So whatever works for you there. Couple more breaths. And then go ahead and release. Hug both knees into your chest. Make a few circles if that feels nice. And set your feet on the ground. Other side. So cross your left ankle, right thigh. Might stay right here, or thread the needle with the right foot off the ground. A few more breaths. Okay, and when you're ready, go ahead and release both knees into your chest. A few circles here. Take it to one side and then the other. Straighten the legs, separate the feet as wide as the mat. Heels in, toes out, arms by your sides. And here again, feel free to stay here a lot longer than I'm going to. I'm actually going to leave you here. So you can set up your timer and decide how long you want to stay. I recommend 5 to 10 minutes. It could be less, it could be more.